Hi guys! So happy Monday! And since today's Monday, you know what that means. We have our daily, or not daily, we have our weekly healing download, which you can get in the healing shop below. And my name is Lindsay, and I do healings for twin flames and light workers. So if you like more of these types of videos, be sure to subscribe. And I do about 5 videos a week, and we work on clearing energy blocks in relation to, twin flames and light workers. So be sure to subscribe and like this video. So, like I said, every Monday I do a new healing download, which you can get in the healing shop. This week's one is 56 minutes long, and this one is called Time to Shine, and it's about twin flame union and mission. So in this session we explore and it's a very powerful, and we gain a lot of insights and awarenesses on how twin flame, oh my god, it's really loud. Twin flame union and mission are connected. They're very, very connected actually. So if you're not going on your mission and not living your life purpose, sharing your gifts, that's going to create a lot of resistance and blocks within the union as well. So this session is going to really help you to open up the doors no matter no matter where you are on your journey. So let's say you're already sharing your gifts in the world. Maybe you have your own business. Maybe you also do healing, or maybe you're an artist. It doesn't matter, but you're already putting yourself out in the world. This is just going to help take you to the next level, right? To the next level of being seen, the next level of being more fully in your power. Even if you're in the starting areas, like you're just starting your business, this is definitely going to help you as well to let go of the fear to put yourself out there and allow clients or customers to find you. And then also this is going to help you even if you might not even know exactly what your mission is, but you know you want to do something, right? You have a passion, or you know you have something you feel in your heart that you would like to do something. So this is going to help to activate that and bring awareness to what's already inside of you, right? You have it already inside of you. You just have to let go of the fear and resistance and allow it to come out. That's why it's called Time to Shine, because this is really the time. It's time for more light workers to step up, more light workers to come out more fully in the world, share their gifts, and not just share their gifts to help other people, but for yourself, to share, to cultivate your passions and start to live more in alignment to your true self, right? Your true authentic self, speaking from your heart, speaking your truth, and really living the life that you're meant to live. A life of happiness, a life of joy, a life of bliss and health, vibrant health, right? All connected. So I just want to go over a little bit of what happens in this session because it was very powerful. In fact, it was so powerful. I actually had to do 3 hours of healing on myself before I could even do the healing recording for this week, because so much resistance came up. Some of it was mine. A lot of it was from the collective. There was just so much resistance. Just imagine having like thousands of not twin flames and light workers is connected, coming at me, telling me, don't put this out there, because there was just so much fear and resistance to be more fully in your power, and also a lot of fear of twin flame union as well. So there was a lot of resistance coming at me, so I had to work through all of that, and then I was able to record this session. And that's how I know even more that this session is very powerful, because there was just so much resistance to putting it out there. But it's out there now in the world, ready to help many, many people. And I know it's going to help many, many people. So I'm very proud. Good job, me. Getting through all of that resistance, not pushing through, but just working through it and clearing the layers and the fears that were coming up for myself and also for everyone else that is meant to benefit from this session. So it was pretty funny that that happened. So what else? So what happens in this session is we bring the awareness of how the union and mission come together. So a lot of times when you might not be together with your twin flame in the physical, it can create a lot of sadness, right? It creates kind of like an emptiness in the heart. And if you only focus on that, though, if you only focus on the heartache, focus on the absence, right, the separation, that's going to actually create more of that energy, right? Because what you focus on you make stronger. What you focus on grows. So by actually focusing on your mission instead, and I'm not saying you forget about your twin flame, but you want to focus on something that brings you joy, something that brings you meaning during this time so that you can really cultivate those energies within yourself. What's it going to do if you start sharing your gifts with the world? You're going to start to feel more confident. You're going to feel happy because you're living your truth, right? You're in alignment to your heart and your soul. And then naturally, if it's in the highest good, your twin flame is eventually going to come back in the physical, right? And you don't have to worry about that. And you still also continue healing, sending them love, sending them healing, whatever it is to still support them. But then at the same time, you're not just like waiting around and feeling sorry for yourself, right? The worst thing you can do is just feel helpless and hopeless and disempowered. So by focusing on your mission, focusing on creating an amazing life for yourself, that's really going to take the stress off. That's really going to take the help with ease with the pain. So that's one really big important reason why mission and union go together. So what do we work on? So first part of the session, we work a lot on clearing a lot of the terror and panic that was coming up to be more fully in your power. So a lot of times light workers and twin flames, they're very afraid of being more in their power for various reasons. A lot of times it's because they're afraid to hurt people. So maybe in another lifetime you hurt someone by being in your power, and then that will keep you from not wanting to have it ever again. So you work on clearing those blocks and those layers for you and your twin flame. Another interesting thing that came up, it's really hot. Another interesting thing that came up was about this fear of not being able to help people. So one thing that came up was about another lifetime where you were like a healer and then the person died, and then that created so much fear and so much guilt because you weren't able to help the person, that it keeps you from really stepping more fully into using your gifts and abilities. Not just being like a healer, but anything, just allowing you to be more of your true self if you feel so bad to not if you're still holding on to a lot of guilt, right? So we worked on that. That was a huge wound that we worked on healing. What else did we do? Oh yeah, so another thing that came up was a lot of self-doubt, so much self-doubt, and that's actually what we're going to work on later on this video, help to do more of the layers of self-doubt, because if you have doubt, that's going to really block you from moving forward, right? You're just not going to do anything. You're not going to put yourself out there, and then your clients can't find you, and then you're not going to make money, and then you're just going to feel horrible, right? And then the doubt's just like, see, I told you you suck, right? So we work on the doubt and the reasons why we have doubt. So a lot of times it's from other lifetimes where we felt like we failed, so we worked on clearing that failure energy. Also a lot of times dark energies, entities, things like that, they love to mess with light workers and twin flames, so we worked on clearing those things up as well. And the good thing though, I know I mentioned this a lot, but the thing about entities, the more that you come more into your power and you come more from love and less from fear, they're going to mess with you less. Because how can they mess with you when you're just coming from love, right? So in a way, the entities help us to step more fully into our power. So if you can look at it from that perspective and not be afraid of them, they're really not that scary. They just pretend to be scary, right? But then if you show who's boss, which is you, they can't mess with you, right? They're going to run away. So we work on that, helping you to become more in your power, clearing so many layers, helping you become more in your power, and a lot of shadow healing. So a lot of self-punishment came up, worthiness issues, not feeling good enough, and there were parts of very, very self-destructive parts. Like there was a part where I saw like a part of you was stabbing yourself in the heart and stabbing yourself in the back of the throat, and yeah, really just punishing yourself from past life issues, things that you've perceived as you did something bad and you're still holding on to that. So we had to work on letting that go so you could, again, step more into your power and allow yourself to be that abundant, full of love, light worker that you truly are, right? Okay, and then what else did we do? Yeah, I talked about that. Fear and resistance, stepping up as a powerful light worker. Oh yeah, so then we got to the even more deeper parts, which was fun. I mean, every part was deep, but this part I really enjoyed because I wasn't expecting this. This is when a lot of the twin flame healing came through. So we worked on some really deep inner masculine healing and clearing resistance of your inner male to change and to self-improvement, which is very interesting. The masculine was really scared of self-improvement, and for various reasons that we worked through. Also afraid of letting go of the 3D illusions of what success is and things like that. So we worked on that, and also clearing blocks to support and awareness and abundance. And oh my God, the inner masculine, your inner masculine and your twin flames inner masculine upgraded so much in this session. It was like beautiful, and oh, it felt so good. And then you were able to allow your masculine side to support your feminine side more, and you're going to feel so much more balanced and grounded when you can work more fully with both sides. And also allow your twin flames masculine side to support you as well, because I know a lot of people watching this is more of the feminine twin. So being able to allow your more masculine twin to help you is going to make such a big difference energetically, because if you're not with them in the physical, they can still support you energetically, and you allow them to have that support to hold space for you. You can go so much more deeper within yourself, and it's just amazing. You're going to be able to uncover so many riches within yourself because you feel more support of your twin flame and support of God and the universe. The more you allow that support, right? So that's why this was so important. And then we did the healing on the inner feminine or inner female, and we uncovered some really cool things too. Like there were so many blocks about letting go. So the inner female looked like this energetically, like so like wound up and tight and stressed out, and just couldn't relax and couldn't just allow to receive, right? So the feminine side is all about allowing and receiving. But what happened was the feminine side was trying to do the masculine job, right? So if the feminine side is trying to do the masculine job, there's no room for the masculine to do anything, right? Then what's the masculine supposed to do? He's just sit there. He just sit there and he's like, I have nothing to do. How can I support you if you're doing everything, right? And how does that translate in twin flame union, right? If you're trying to do everything, then your twin flame can't come to you, right? If you're acting like the masculine, right? You're trying to push, and like achieve and achieve and achieve. That's like so exhausting and not in a supportive, healthy type of way. Like, right? You're still meant to like do things and take action, but if you're doing it in an imbalanced way, only through the feminine and not allowing the masculine energy to support you, then how can you expect your masculine energy to come to you in the twin flame union, right? So I found that so fascinating that came up in this session, how we can block, right? How you can block your twin flame without even realizing it. So I was like, oh, this is very, very, very good. We're uncovering so many things in this session. Yeah. So some things that came up for the divine feminine side was, blocking union, extreme fear of being abandoned and forgotten. So that was huge. This fear of, if I don't keep pushing and going and doing and trying, my twin flame's going to forget about me. He's going to forget about me. He's going to move on. He's going to find someone else. And I'm not doing enough. There was this feeling like I have to keep doing more and more and more. I gotta keep finding the answers. But it's all external. It wasn't like going within, tuning within, coming within, and slowing down, right? Allowing and to be in this beautiful space, this energetic space. It was, I have to keep grasping from the outside. I have to keep doing all these things. It was so stressful. So we were really able to slow that energy down and allow the feminine side to really melt and relax, and allow the masculine support. So then at the end we brought the masculine and feminine together to allow them to support one another in mission and in union. And we do the same for your twin flame as well. And it was such a beautiful healing. I really, really enjoyed this one, and I know it's going to help so many people. And that's why I talk so much about it. I know I talk a lot, but I'm so passionate about helping and doing energy work, and just really seeing like how we can shift things through energy, and it can create so much in the physical, the benefits in the physical, right? So yeah. So I highly recommend getting that healing, especially if you resonate as a light worker and you want to really shift things within your union as well as a twin flame. So yeah, check it out on the links below, information's below. And let's do some healing. So like I said, I wanted to do some healing on self-doubt because that's huge. I'm feeling a lot of doubt energy in the collective, so I'm going to work on that. So let's call on God, Source, Universe, angels, and guides, and the highest beings of infinite love and infinite light that can help with this session. And allow the session to go to you, your twin flame, your loved ones, the entire collective, and beyond. This or something better for the highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, so much doubt. There's so much doubt. It's like hurting my head. There's just so much doubt. Doubting union, doubting that you're good enough for union, doubting enough that you're good enough for your twin flame, doubting enough that you're good enough to go on your mission. There's so much doubt. So I'm going to tune in and see where is this root cause of where all this doubt is coming from. So a lot of it's coming from negative energies, which we went through in the healing session, the weekly download. I'm going to do some of it right now. I'm feeling a lot of it is like negative ETs. Oh, it hurts when I said that. It's like cleared out. Negative ET energies. Sometimes they put like random implant thingies. It's nothing to be afraid of. It just happens sometimes, especially when we're coming from fear. When you're coming in from a place of fear, your energy vibration is low. Then all sorts of things that match that energy can latch on top of you, right? So what do? You just clear it off. Clear it off and you raise your vibration and it's all good. Come more into your power, right? So you clear that, clear any weird spirits or attachments attached to you. There's some ghost energies. Let's clear that. It feels yucky, right? Sometimes they just latch on. They could have come on from other lifetimes. Many different reasons why spirits can attach to you. If you're having an issue with that, you can always get a session with me, right? If it's not shifting and you need like more individualized, specialized support, which sometimes we need. So yeah, but I'm clearing that. Clearing the dark energies. Sometimes we have dark stuff messing with our mind, creating doubt. And then we want to clear the parts of us that are allowing it, because on some level you are allowing it, right? They can't just latch onto you just because. There's a part of you that wants it for whatever reason, and the feeling it has to do with not feeling worthy and deserving of love. So we clear that. And a lot has to do with your twin flame not feeling they're worthy. So if your twin flame doesn't feel they're worthy, it creates an opening, right? Because your energies are connected, can create an opening, and then the dark stuff can come through to you because of their energy. I'm not saying to blame them and say it's their fault. They don't know better, right? If they don't know about energy healing, then how are they going to clear it? They don't know. So this is not to like blame them and say it's your fault. I'm attracting dark stuff. That's not what I mean. But we're going to send them love. We're going to close these dark portals, energetic portals that are coming through. That's not of the highest good. Close the portals between the two of you. Clearing any fear-based cords between the two of you. Clearing any reason to allow dark energies to mess with the two of you. Whew. Anger, some anger. Let's clear the anger too. Your anger, you're very angry. Yes, it's your anger. Angry at your twin. So that's very interesting. Now it's coming up. Anger at your twin. Parts of you are angry because you feel like you're doing all of this healing and clearing work and nothing's happening, which I totally understand. Sometimes you don't see evidence yet, right? Especially if you're working through some really big layers. Sometimes you might be right in the middle of it, right in the middle of it. And on the other side is like all the riches, right? So it can be frustrated in between. But you just have to go through it with trust and faith that things are clearing, things are shifting, and you can find the evidence. I know you probably want the ultimate evidence, right? Your twin flame comes back to you. Of course, that would be like the ultimate evidence. But in the meantime, right, let's notice all the other things that are going well in your life, right? All the things that you can be grateful for. Notice things when you spend time in nature. Does things look brighter now? Things look more alive? That's because your heart is more lively and alive. Not that you were dead, but I mean, you're allowing more love and light to flow through. You're going to notice more of that love and light within other things as well. So there's big evidence in that. You can look for that. right? I know it's hard. I'm feeling the parts of you saying this is so hard, this is so frustrating. Like, why does it have to be like this? But just know that we wanted to go through this because we wanted to learn, we wanted to grow, right? Just think of all the riches you're receiving during this journey, this twin flame journey, as much as it can seem like torture and can seem like hell sometimes. But look how much you've achieved. I'm so sure if you look back to before you met your twin flame to now, I'm sure you so different. So different. You grew so much. You're at such a different level of energy vibration. You have so much more awareness. You're seeing things from a new perspective and you're healing things. You're going deep within yourself and healing all these things you never thought were possible, right? Because that's a huge thing that happens in the twin flame union, is that it really allows us to heal so many things that we couldn't access by ourselves. And then after meeting twin flame, it will bring a lot of that stuff up to the surface, right? The really deep core wounds, and also all the other stuff we wanted to avoid and pretend it's not there. It's like, oh well, now we have to look at it. So here's a lot of benefits. There's so many benefits. So I really invite you to try to see the bright side as well, right? You don't want to focus so much on the dark stuff, focus so much on what's going wrong, because then you're just going to be miserable all the time if you're only focusing on that. So you want to see what's working too, right? And of course, I'm not saying that you just avoid all the dark stuff, pretend like everything's great when it's not, but you want that balance, right? You don't want to be like stuck in the dark, and then you don't want to be like pretending like nothing's wrong and being all ungrounded too. You got the balance. You want to be able to work with both sides but be balanced about it, right? You want to be able to see both sides, but then also be able to have discernment. It's like, what are you going to choose? That way the power is within you. You're choosing. I'm choosing to be happy. I'm choosing to have gratitude for this experience and all experiences in my life. I choose to allow forgiveness. I choose compassion, right? You can choose. Or you can choose to stay angry and miserable and continue hating your twin flame. Alright, you can choose. And if you're having a hard time, you can get help, right? I do twin flame healing sessions, so you can always get a session from me, or you can get any of the healing downloads that I've been doing every week. Like, that's really going to help clean stuff up. Okay? So feeling a lot better. So just tune in, see how you're feeling. Feeling a lot more like relief. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you want to get a personalized session, you can. We can work on twin flame related things. We can work on helping you be more fully in your power, light worker related things. Also, highly recommend getting this week's healing download. It's going to really, really help you shift some big things. So yeah. Sending you guys lots and lots of love. Also be sure, I didn't say, but if you're open to receiving the healing we just did, type in the comments below that you're open to receiving, and actually use the affirmation, I am light and I am bright, and put all the emojis. And then, yeah, just bringing some light and love to this world. And also, the more that you can say those types of affirmations and really say it with lots of feeling and intention, that's really going to start shifting your energies. So that's why I always say put lots of emojis, because it's like really putting out like strong energies through the cute little emojis. So yeah, sending you lots of love. Bye.